Well, welcome back to the Daily Brew. We've got a packed table right now. We're talking to several guests who are trying to raise awareness about World AIDS Day, which is coming up December 1st. I'd like to say good morning and welcome to Erica Douglas, Marcus Givens, and Willow Albritton. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, Erica, let's begin with you. Tell us a little bit about the t-shirt, by the way. It's hashtag I know my status.org. How is this tied into World AIDS Day?
Well, Willow was the one who actually created and got this thing going, so we can actually ask the man behind the name.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it then. Tell us about this.
Well, hashtag I know is basically it's a testing challenge for World AIDS Day. It's just challenging the community to get out and get tested so you can know your status.
And why is that so important right now? Do you feel like, well, let me just ramble for a minute, but it seems like, you know, we were talking, I remember when AIDS first came on the scene, when Rock Hudson made it a household acronym, if you will, and there was a lot of fear, so people were taking steps to protect themselves, and maybe now with the development of drugs, and it's not so much in the public eye as much, people don't take it as seriously. Do you feel like is it a problem and people aren't taking it as seriously?
Yes, it's definitely a problem, and once you get educated, every year I've been doing this for a while, I learned something new. So once you get educated about it, you know, if you are, you know, HIV positive, excuse me, you know, it's just, you know, you can you can learn how to take care of yourself and still live a full life.
Absolutely.
And if you're not, you know, you learn how to protect yourself.
And Willow, how did the organization start? What was the inciting event that said, you know what, I need to start putting this to work. This needs to be something that the people around me and the people beyond me need to be educated on, because it's more than just protecting, I would assume. It's more than just protecting yourself, but also educating yourself on what this really is. Not just being scared, but to be educated on it and know what steps to take.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know some people that, you know, had to go through this, so it's kind of personal.
And Erica, what got you involved? Why is this important to you, and why do you think it should be important to other folks?
Well, with HIV, I actually work with the HIV program office locally here. And when we take a look at the statistics, I mean, they're really staggering. Right now, Florida ranks #1 in the nation for new HIV cases.
And Florida just surpassed some other states that
California and New York.
Yeah.
Who've held those spots down in the past. And right now, specifically in Escambia County, we've seen a 43% increase since last year.
Wow.
Yeah, and so when we took a look at the data just from last quarter, from July to September, we had 10 new HIV cases. And so out of those 10, 60% were between the ages of 20 and 29. And so that lets us know that there is a sense of complacency with the young people. And, you know, for me, I believe that young people, they weren't around in the 80s and the 90s, you know, when people were dying within months of getting an AIDS diagnosis.
The fear, the repercussions.
Absolutely, yeah. And then, you know, just back when the medications and the drugs were just not working. And so now they've developed an attitude like, oh, this won't bother me, this won't affect me, I can just pop a little pill and I'll be okay for the day. And so that lets us know that those health messages that they need to hear, they're not getting those. And so it's just really going to take a collaborative effort from political, religious, community leaders, even school health teachers, to come together and show that, you know, we need to be able to get the information out on why education, testing, and treatment is important.
Absolutely, and World AIDS Day is a great opportunity to continue that conversation.
Absolutely.
Marcus, what are some of the things that you guys have planned?
One of the things that we have planned, December 1st, we're going to be gathering together and we're going to be celebrating World AIDS Day. It's national across the world today that we do that, but here for the city of Pensacola, we have many guests that are going to be available. The mayor is going to be there in representation. We have a couple of other people that are going to be on the format also to celebrate and to help us move forward. But to rebound off what she said, I think one of the main things that we need to focus on, even with bringing awareness and establishing education and things of that nature, there has to be a behavior change, and we have to make a decision in our mind and in our spirit that I have to change my behavior, because 10 minutes of your life could change the rest of your life. life, and I don't think it's really worth it.
It's not worth it. It is about public education
Yes.
and raising that awareness and making
Yes.
them connect the dots.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about, there are a lot of folks that don't take precautions. They live a kind of somewhat dangerous lifestyle. We were talking about some celebrities that have come out recently and revealed that information. Now, of course, there are some folks that don't live a dangerous lifestyle or an at-risk lifestyle. What do you think the difference is, and what do you think is important for people to understand through the events that y'all will be doing?
To understand mainly support, to be there to support those who are suffering and who are going through this. One of the things that I've established, and as Willow has said, is more personal, is that when a person is diagnosed with this, there comes a mental plague that really is mostly the dooming or the downing of this diagnosis, that they're mentally, it's mentally that they're plagued with this. So it's to maintain the support and maintain outlets throughout the community so we can keep it moving.
Excellent. All right. Well, if folks want to learn more about this, they can just go to iknowmystatus.org.
Yes, they can, and they'll find the different registered testing sites there. They can ask questions. They'll find information about HIV and AIDS. It's just a different menu of things that they can select from.
All right. And as we're wrapping it up, will they also find information about the events that you have planned for Willow Week and as well as World AIDS Day?
Absolutely. Yes,
Excellent.
ma'am.
Thank you guys so much. We could talk for another half hour. I think it's a fascinating subject, and thank you for the work you're doing.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we're going to sit down with Pensacola City Manager about their Restore projects.